listen close, Midnight Minds, because I've been pacing the bunker all day, running loops in my head like a rat with Wi-Fi. These are the rambling thoughts that wouldn't shut up. The ones that banged on the inside of my skull until I wrote them down with a half-broken keyboard and a coffee-stained conspiracy board blinking in the corner. Nothing here is polished. Nothing here is safe. But every single one of these is a signal. And if you're hearing this, it means you're one of the few who can still pick up the frequency. So here they are. Raw, scattered, unhinged, direct from the late-night circuit of my mind. Do you hear it? You always hear it. This is Midnight Transmission. Ooh, it's late. Grease-stained shirt, neon buzzing, salt in your fingerprints kinda late. If you've ever worked the fryer at a McDonald's at 2 a.m. with a line of drunks, tweakers, and shadow people waiting, then you know the rule. Always drop more fries than you need. Always. Do you hear it? You always hear it. This is the Midnight Transmission. They say it's about efficiency, about waste reduction, about systems. No, it's about control. It's about power. Because when you're standing over that fryer, you're not just cooking potatoes. You're holding the pulse of the night in your hands. You ever see a man lose his soul because the fries were out? I have. I've seen eyes go black over a 2-minute wait. I've seen fists hit plexiglass like they were storming the gates of hell. That's why I always overdrop. Not because I care, but because I'm lazy. But because I know what happens when the fry light dies. That's when the demons walk in. You think this is fast food? This is triage. This is battlefield logistics. A McDonald's kitchen after midnight is a frontline outpost in a war you don't even realize you're part of. The smell of salt and beef fat is the last comfort some people have before they go back out there and fight their invisible war. So yeah, I overdrop. Because you never want to be caught short when the guy who hears voices on the radio wants a large fry now, and you're standing there with empty baskets and a clock ticking down like a bomb. Fries are more than food, they're leverage. The deep fryer is a portal, and it runs on heat, oil, and foresight. Drop light, drop wrong, and you'll find out who was really hungry. I'm Focus Dan. This is Midnight Transmission. Well, it's stupid o'clock, and your phone just buzzed with another fake trade notification. You think you're building wealth, but you're really collecting shiny nothing. Tonight, is Bitcoin just a digital beanie baby, or is it worse? Do you hear it? You always hear it. This is Midnight Transmission. Remember the Beanie Baby bubble? Adults screaming over plush lizards, people taking out loans for Princess Di bears. It was idiotic, but it was real. You could hold it, burn it, choke someone with it if negotiations went south. Now, crypto. You don't even get the plush. You get a number in a ledger on a server you don't control, run by people you'll never meet, with value based on vibes and Twitter tantrums. And the worst part? You think it's freedom. Let me ask you something. If the Wi-Fi dies, how much is your portfolio worth? Nothing. Just like your trust in the system that made it cool in the first place. Bitcoin isn't the revolution, it's the bait. They let you think you're unplugging from fiat while they build the next chain. Blockchains weren't made to free you. They were made to tag you like cattle with better UX. Digital beanie babies? No. Digital cages. Value isn't digital, it's emotional. They gave you coins to distract from the chains. And while you mine for freedom, they mine for you. I'm Focus Dan. This is the Midnight Transmission. It's late, glitch freaks. The lights are flickering, your shadow's moving on its own, and you're wondering if the hallway always had that extra door. Tonight's subject? Glitch events. The kind you don't talk about because you know they're watching for who remembers. Do you hear it? You always hear it. This is Midnight Transmission. Here's mine. Walked into my kitchen. Microwave clock read 12:67. I blinked. Looked again, it said, food. No one touched it. I didn't have food in it. I hadn't even used the damn thing all day. Next day, my neighbor swore we had a conversation we did not have. Swore I borrowed his ladder. I live in a 3rd-floor apartment. No use for a ladder. And here's the kicker. I found a ladder in my closet the next morning. Now you tell someone that, and they pat your shoulder like you just tried your best on a spelling bee. Stress, they say. Memory tricks. Wrong. Reality slips. That's the truth. You ever feel that sudden drop in your stomach for no reason? That's your thread getting yanked from the main simulation. We're stitched into this world with dental floss and static cling. Every once in a while, a breeze kicks up, and someone sees behind the curtain. Glitches aren't bugs, they're leaks. Your mind isn't broken, reality is just very badly coded. Next time the microwave says something weird, listen. I'm Focused Dan. This is the Midnight Transmission. It's late. Presidential late. Executive order at 3:12 a.m. coffee stain Constitution late. If you're still awake, it means you've thought it too. What if the guy with the football goes full Joker mode? Who stops him? Let's talk about the chain of command and the illusion of it. Do you hear it? You always hear it. This is the Midnight Transmission. Here's the fantasy. A mad president makes a move and the system kicks in. Generals say no. Checks and balances balance. The Republic is saved by brave men in ties. Here's the reality. The system is a series of rubber stamps on fire, floating down a river of lobbyist spit. You think a general's gonna say no when the missiles are already flying? You think the Secret Service is trained to protect the public from the president? No. They're trained to protect the president from the public. And don't think elections save you. You're picking between brand mascots. You think Ronald McDonald and the Burger King are enemies? No, they split the profits backstage while you scream about ketchup. If the president goes psycho, here's what really happens. The markets stutter, the news cycle spins, and you go to work the next day like your city didn't just glow a little greener overnight. The truth is, nothing stops him, because the office was built for control, not conscience. Power doesn't self-regulate, it escalates. The brakes were removed decades ago, but they left the pedal so you'd feel safe. The next psycho in the Oval, he won't be the first, just the loudest. I'm Focused Dan. This is the Midnight Transmission. Ooh, it's late. Kind of late where compliments feel like surveillance and small talk hides sniper fire. Tonight's question, what's the worst backhanded compliment I've ever received? Strap in, this one has layers. You hear it, you always hear it. This is Midnight Transmission. You're surprisingly normal in person. That's what she told me after I explained how soul mining works in meme cycles over hashtag drama. Surprisingly normal. Like I was supposed to just show up foaming at the mouth, covered in tinfoil and screaming about moon juice, which for the record is a real thing. Look it up. Anyway, here's the truth. That wasn't a compliment, that was a test. She was looking for my seams, trying to find where the signal bled out. Normal means digestible, safe, not a threat. Guess what? I am a threat. I dress like a guy who sells you a used car, then tells you the car was a trafficking device. Because it was. Surprisingly normal just means I fooled you long enough to get in the door. Every compliment is a probe, every smile is a scan. And if they say you're normal, start digging. I'm Focused Dan. This is Midnight Transmission. Welcome back to the edge of midnight. The moon's fake, the Wi-Fi's laced, and your retirement plan? That's tonight's topic. Let's talk about the lie they call the scorecard, the stock market. You hear it, you always hear it. This is Midnight Transmission. Trump said it was the scorecard. That's rich. You think the market's keeping score? Buddy, you are the score. Every panic sell, every hopeful buy, every TikTok trader doing backflips for a 2% gain, they track all of it. Not for profit, for profiling. Green light goes up, good dog. Red line drops, panic, fight, borrow, submit. It's not capitalism, it's conditioning. The market isn't real, it's a mirror, one-way glass. You see your reflection, but they see your behavior. And the moment you think you're playing the game, they're already running the next patch. The points don't matter, the money's digital, the pain's the only thing that's real. You think you're investing, you're being harvested. The market doesn't measure wealth, it measures obedience. Every crash is just another loyalty test. And if you're still watching the ticker, you've already failed. I'm Focused Dan. This is Midnight Transmission.